There's been a lot of reflection going on. There's been like this theme that's been happening everywhere I go, with every Red Lotus Life event, almost every conversation that I'm having. And it doesn't matter if it's in my spiritual space, if it's in business, if it is in, it doesn't matter where it is. But everybody seems to be in this place lately of realizing where they're blocking themselves. So I kind of wanted to talk about this for a second, about the universal year. I don't know how many of you pay attention to the universal year numerology. 2019 was a 3-year. So it was all about expression. It was all about transformation of expressing yourself. It was a really, really big year of being in the spotlight, of realizing what you're available for, what you're not available for, kind of getting in touch with yourself and then expressing that. Because in 2019, I had huge transformation. I have completely rediscovered myself. I have completely redesigned myself again for yet another career that I absolutely love. It was definitely a year for me of travel and being seen and socializing and creating my tribe, finding my tribe, sisterhood. And that's what 2019 was all about, with it being a 3-year. It was all about being in the spotlight and socializing and finding your people. And it was a big year. A lot of us went through a lot of stuff. There was a lot of shedding and, letting things fall away. There was a lot of opening up space so that other things could come in. There was a lot of knowledge and learning and experience and connections. And I know all of you have felt it. It was this wave, like you just kind of were waiting for the next wave to come in and, smack you. Like you did not turn your back to the ocean, not for 1 second, because it was like this roller coaster ride. 2019 was just, that's actually what I'm just going to say. It was a roller coaster ride the entire time. You're just riding the ride, and then you get off and you run to the front of the line so that you can get back on and do it all over again, right? So 2020 is building. The energy for 2020 is building. There is the universal year number for 2020 is 4. So this is the year that we are going to be building foundations for our future. We're going to be very intentional with what we are doing. Every single step is going to matter, and you're going to be doing that with the intention of what's going to happen in 2021 for your future. It's just been coming up everywhere I go. It just keeps coming up, popping up. Every conversation. People are saying they're feeling what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen, but something big is going to be happening, shifting for them again in 2020. And that's why I titled this, What Does Your Soul Know Is Next for You? Because this whole year has been, to be honest with you, 2018 is when all of the changes started to begin to happen. And 2019 is when you were learning how to express yourself again with these changes. And now going into 2020, this is where the foundation for your future is going to be. We had the cacao ceremony last night, and it was really incredible and beautiful. Leah actually came to my house, and she prepared the cacao at my house. And I didn't realize how much intention went into the preparation of the cacao. So I wanted to just talk about that for a moment, because she literally was every single step of preparing the cacao was intentional. It was slow. It was thought about. She had like a brick of cacao that she had prepared, and instead of just shaving it or grating it with a cheese grater, she literally got a knife, and she was very intentionally, in fact, I'm going to post pictures of it, was intentionally shaving this cacao instead of using any other tool to make it more convenient, because that's part of the process of slowing down and really placing your intention into each action that you are doing in everything that you do. And even to the point where like she had to mix the cacao, like she had sprinkled the cacao everywhere in the pot, and then she had this beautiful, I'll have to ask her what it's called, but it was like a whisk. It was a wooden like whisk, but it wasn't, but that's what it was. And she would rub her hands together like this, and it would twist, right? And it would mix the cacao. And she said normally the cacao wants to be mixed pretty swiftly, right? Pretty quickly. But yesterday it was very slow, very intentional, very much with love. And she was just kind of mixing it like this. And, we were talking about it last night, and she was saying that over and over again, that's what she has been receiving is, it's time to slow down. It's time to reflect. It's time to figure out what's your next step. Like, don't just step to step. Don't just take a step to take action. Be very intentional with what your next step is going to be. And as I am realizing this theme of slowing down, intention, think about every step as you take it. Every choice that you make is making a difference. Every choice you're making is setting you up for your future. That whole question of what does your soul know is next for you keeps rising. And in every conversation, people realize like you're feeling the pull. You're feeling that there is more for you. You are feeling the energy of 2020 and what's happening, what's coming for you. Everybody's feeling it. And what's happening is people are getting in their own way. And they don't know why. There's this inner struggle, this inner turmoil that's happening. And, it's all of us. All of us have it. It's fear-based. It's fear of the unknown. It's fear of what if I fail? What if I'm rejected? What if I'm not accepted? What if nobody likes it? All of those fears. Hold on. I just want to see if there's any comments real quick. Okay. So the thing with this is, what would happen if you did it anyway? What would happen if you just went for it and you just did it? Like literally, what is the worst thing that could happen? What is one thing that you are feeling the pull to do? You know that there's the next step. Like last night, it was somebody that was saying, I know the next step for me is to learn about plant medicine and to learn more. And she said, but I haven't gotten to that next step because I know I'm supposed to be teaching it. I know I'm supposed to be doing these ceremonies. You start getting deeper into, well, why? Why aren't you doing that? People are they're scared. They're scared let the fear of the unknown get in the way. So what is getting in your way? Because your soul is knowing. Your soul knows what's going on. Your soul knows. It's like, it's time. 2020 is the year. 2018 is when you were figuring it all out. What's your non-negotiables? What's your boundaries? What are you available for? And now 2020 is the action year. 2020 is the year that we are going to lay the strong foundation for what's going to be happening in our future. It's what is next for our soul. But there's something big that's getting ready to happen. We can all feel it. I can't say it enough. We can all feel it. And it's our next level. It's what's going to be expected from our soul, really. Our soul's ready to do this again. So to up level again. We went through that in 2018. 2019 was us figuring that part out. 2020 is us laying the foundation now for that. For our soul, like what is next? What's next for you? What are you feeling fear of right now? I think you know. You feel the pull. You feel what's going on. You feel that there's something more. But what's blocking you? What's the main thing that's blocking you right now? What does your soul know is next for you? I would love for you to put these in the comments. As I reflected on this question, I realized how small I've been thinking. And I actually started looking into why. Like, why, first of all, why do I think I'm thinking small? And it was funny because Leah left the kitchen for a minute. And she's like, here, I want you to sit with the cacao. She's going to talk to you. So I just sat, I sat and I was stirring and watching. And the cacao did talk to me. And it showed me to slow down, to stop being busy, to stop filling my world and my time with just busyness and things that just don't matter. Also, I received that to stop making a big deal about the things that don't matter. We kind of get lost in that. How many times are we getting so upset and filling our time, filling our energy, filling our focus with things that don't matter, the things that just keep us busy, and we get worked up about it. And we get worked up about the fact that there's something tiny happening, but we let it like rise, and we get worked up, and it really, like, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So pay attention to those things in your life. That's the message that I'm getting right now. Also, the next thing is that you are worth everything that you desire, and you're not dreaming big enough. You're not living your life big enough. You're not dreaming big enough. Your actions aren't being big enough. You can do anything. You can do literally anything that your heart desires. You can do anything that you desire. You can learn anything. You can travel anywhere. I keep receiving, you can do anything. You can do anything. And that you're thinking small. And the reason why you're thinking small is because you're filling your time and your space and your energy with the things that don't matter, all the busyness that's happening. And not only are you filling your time and your space with that, but you're also getting upset. You're emotionally attached to those things, and they just don't matter. And receive the messages of slow down. Look at where in your life you're filling it with being busy and then getting worked up about things that do not matter. And also, where are you thinking small? I thought I was thinking pretty big. I mean, I want to change the world. I want to spiral the world. I want to unprogram, uncondition, release all the limiting blocks from the entire world so that we can all go out and do what we want to, what we're here to do, and make this impact on the world that we're here to make. Regardless of how big or small that impact is, if it's just one person, that's huge because it creates this ripple. But I was thinking small. So 2020 is going to be big. It's big, big, big. So I'm going to leave you with the question again. What does your soul know is next for you? And where are you blocking that? If you journal, please journal that. What does your soul know is next for you? 2020 is a big year. It's the year of foundation. It's the year of every single choice you make it intentional. Every single action that you have, that you make it intentional. What you're doing is you're setting yourself up for the next year. And the next year is a 5-year. That is change, but it's good change. And every step is intentional. You're not just stepping to step. You're not just taking an action to take an action. You're not just making a choice to make a choice. Really observe where your soul knows is next for you. And then make your choices accordingly. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to be aligned with who you are. And you're not going to be disappointed. 2020 is going to be a big year. Okay.
And